World leaders are now gathering in Glasgow to discuss the grand challenge of climate change and how we can all work constructively to generate meaningful solutions. This crisis forces us to consider transformational changes across all sectors in the way that we operate and conduct our business. It also focuses on the availability of and access to resources, wealth distributions, and equity between regions and societies. There are no easy answers, but one thing is clear. Every sector within the global economy will have a part to play, and the higher education sector has a special role. Universities are at their best when they engage stakeholders across the spectrum for collaboration and partnership, empower and enable future leaders, and foster novel ideas, innovations, and practices. The transition to net zero carbon will require universities to be at their best. But like fellow universities around the world, the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology is committed to meeting the net zero carbon goal by 2050, if not earlier. But the education sector must do more than just meet the target. We must explore pathways to the target and develop solutions that are provable and feasible and assist society with the transition from what we have now to a future that is capable of allowing people to thrive within our planetary boundaries. To address this more broadly at a societal level, we can start with how we might nurture our own researchers, faculty, staff, and students to deal with the breadth and complexity of the net zero transition on our own campus. We have challenged members of our community to solve this challenge. In fact, we have recently created a new Sustainability Net Zero Office to demonstrate our commitment and focus on this transition head-on. In 2018, we launched the Sustainable Smart Campus as a Living Lab initiative to reboot our perception of our physical campus. The concept is simple. We need smart technologies to address sustainability problems, and we need to develop and encourage the right mindset to set the guardrails for positive impact. This approach has resulted in the launch of more than 30 university-funded projects, including the installations of indoor air quality sensors to improve well-being, self-cleaning multi-purpose nano coatings to improve photovoltaic panel efficiencies, autonomous gray water treatment, and a digital twin of all campus buildings for a digitalized platform for streamlining operations. The goals of such projects are twofold: to move innovation out of the research labs to the campus as a testing ground, and to assess the scalability of these ideas from campus to our city and beyond. For students, these projects provide a clear demonstration of how to combine innovation with a sustainability mindset. Another important mission of the university is to transform research into real solutions and educate future solution providers anchored by reality. Universities can act as strong convening forces that connect business, industry, government, and entrepreneurs to address challenges collaboratively. And we have a track record of doing this by working with local authorities on formulating science-based policies and being a trusted resource for policymakers, developing our citywide target to achieve carbon neutrality by 2050. An example is our contributions to government regulations on pollution controls for ocean-going vessels, and has led to wider influence on similar regional regulations for China, benefiting 20+ million people. A key to the 2050 transition will be empowering our students with a deeper awareness of how they can help shape this rapidly changing landscape. Universities can stimulate students to become activist consumers, recognizing the power of their consumption patterns to drive markets towards more positive social and environmental outcomes. For example, in collaboration with the 7 other publicly funded universities in Hong Kong, we are facilitating an ambitious new initiative called the Sustainable Consumer Program, aiming to engage over 100,000 students to adopt responsible consumption patterns in food, energy, water, and other consumables. We're at a turning point for this planet. The climate change crisis is not beyond us. We can rise to the challenge, and I'm confident that the higher education sector can and will do its part.